came on the server earlier, but I got disconnected because the ping was too high. So I did not my ping up. Like I came on the server earlier, but I got disconnected because the ping was too high. So I did not my ping up. So I joined the server.
playing some games.
Third round. Racing Championship. We are at Wallerfield Raceway in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're getting ready to throw down here. You can see the guys already wrapping up practice at the moment, and then we're headed straight into qualifying right after this. You don't want to miss that. Stick around for that action here. Alright, just let me know if you guys are hearing me quite well out there. As you can see now, we've just completed that is free practice, and we're about to go into qualifying. Let's take a quick rundown pit lane here. Let's see some of the drivers that we have coming out today. Kale, Vaden Roper, Peter Arundel, Kimani Eastman is in this one, Nikolai Gibbons, Ryan Hunt. And if you notice, they're all color coordinated. So of course red is Trinidad and Tobago, blue is Barbados, green is Jamaica, and we've got the gold, which is Guyana, but unfortunately we don't have any. I do believe I saw John Green trying to get in this one here, but not a lot of Guyanese racing right about now. See the rest of the guys there as we get ready to go for qualifying. I'll put the drone in a good position here to see them leaving pit lane. Alright, so go ahead there, tell me how you guys are receiving me in chat. Alright, thank you for that. Someone said cars are a little loud, and qualifying is a go. See Dominic Charles, Tavar Clark, Jaden Harrison, Kadeem Mohammed, Javon Parry, Miguel Charles, Kale Vaden Roper, Peter Arundel, Nikolai Gibbons, and Mark Anthony Eaton, then Nikolai Gibbons. And we're gonna wait for them to get around here. It's Ryan Hunt as well as DeVille Park. Comes out Chris Brathwaite coming in late to this one here. But he's seated and ready to go here now. As we get across the line, it's already a 45.6 there from Dominic Charles. Of course, that one is not counted, as we do expect faster times here. I believe 42 is the fastest we've seen so far. As we do have Kimani Eastman left in pit lane. I'm not sure if he's taking part in this one, but we'll pick up here now with Dominic Charles as he comes around the penultimate turn here. And down front straight away, I want to give you an onboard shot of Wallerfield Raceway. Here we are now approaching turn 1, just crossed over the start finish line. Heavy on the brake there, you can hear how many gears he went down. Careful not to run this wide. As Kadeem Mohammed now goes into pole, but so far it's a purple sector 1 for Dominic Charles. Almost a tenth up on his fastest time, on the fastest time through there. He's doing a personal best of 0.005 of a second now in sector 2. Gets it slowed down here for the penultimate turn and gets going again as he tries to claim back that pole position with 0.02 of a second, and he does, but just as he's almost 0.05 of a second up on Kadeem Mohammed now. That was a lap of Wallerfield Raceway there, thanks to Dominic Charles. And we'll look now at Kadeem Mohammed, see what he has. He's almost 0.05 of a second down from the Trinidadian here on the Trinidadian's home circuit. So what does the Bajan have? He's sliding this EK9, Honda Civic EK9 all around here. Goes purple in sector 2. as Chris Brathwaite takes that car up into third position. Kadeem Mohammed getting a little bit of slipstream there from Jaden Harrison. Now comes across the line. Oh, he just misses out there on the final sector. We'll stay with him though, because it seems as though he's getting a bit of help in here from Jaden Harrison. Or is Jaden holding him up? Jaden sporting that brand new livery he's been able to complete and send to us here now. Beautiful gold rims on that car. Looks really spectacular now. Around Wallerfield's very late decision there from Jaden Harrison to step out of the way. And it could have hampered Kadeem Mohammed now. And you say you can't hear me that well, do apologize. Let me see if I can fix the okay. I think I've got that fixed now. Just let me know there in the comments, in the live chat rather. And just remember, oh, Kadeem hitting that wall there quite badly, and now he takes that back. Chris Brathwaite though comes out to the penultimate turn, not doing so well. Dominic Charles is going to pick up a slipstream behind him. Seems as though Chris is just working on his setup here, as he's only now been able to make it into the series. Oh no, and it's a traffic jam there now, and they're gonna have to go back into pit lane now. But Kadeem exits pit lane. Tavar Clark will pick up with Tavar. Tavar trying to give himself some room there to the cars ahead of him. All right, thanks a lot there, Mara Lewis. So Tavar goes and tries to get out of this fourth position here now, and I'm loving Tavar's livery on that car. So he goes personal best. Oh no, he's just gonna clip that apex there and jump the curb, as Peter Arundel now takes that third position away from Chris Brathwaite. Ooh, Mikhail having a slight issue there ahead of his countryman. And now Sector 1 is a personal best for Peter Arundel. You see a lot of them dipping the wheels there over the curbs, but I'm not sure that is beneficial, but it might be as he goes purple now through Sector 2, Peter Arundel. Oh, seems like though he's going to take that back into pit lane. So Chris Brathwaite is on an outlap there. We're talking about Tavar Clark not doing so well here through Sector 1. Can he pick up the pieces in Sector 2? It's not much, but it is a personal best. As DeVille Park now takes his Honda Civic EK9 into 6th position, sitting some 4/10ths down from P1. Tavar goes third fastest with personal best all around, so 42.977 from the Jamaican. What a run that was. Now Peter Arundel exits pit lane. He says he's got work to do now, as Tavar takes that a second row position, starting position away from him. Chris Brathwaite looking to get out as well. DeVille Park exits the penultimate turn now, and he sees nothing but green ahead of him. He's going for a fast one now. DeVille Park will give him some screen time, as Ryan Hunt is able to come up to 10th position now, some 6/10ths away from the fastest lap. They're all from P2 to P12 is well within a second of P1. So it's going to be a great one here, as DeVille Park now seeks the shortest line to the start-finish line. Javon Parry steps aside for him, and he cannot improve here at DeVille Park. But who does improve? Jaden Harrison places that car 5th fastest now. Jaden with that new livery coming in here this weekend. Let's give him a little bit of screen time here, especially with that livery. With 876 streets there on the side door, on the side of the doors here now for his Honda Civic EK9. 876 streets covers some great motor racing events there in Jamaica and abroad as well, because they are actually international. 876 streets attends a lot of car shows and drag race meets, as well as circuit race meets as well in Jamaica. And Jaden Harrison there not being able to improve now through that sector. Kadeem Mohammed being swamped there by characters all around. He's going to take that car back into pit lane. No, he's waiting for the traffic to get by, and he's going to go now with that little bit of room and try to find that 1.5 tenth or so that he has to Dominic Charles. Even more traffic behind him. Let's stay with Kadeem now. Runs that really wide, gives himself a great run up here now. You want to have the best speed through sector 1, and it begins here at the start finish line. Kadeem Mohammed into turn 1. I do believe it's a yellow flag situation there. I did see a car on the apex. I hope it didn't bother him much. Oh, and he's doing a personal best here. Avoids dipping the wheel as well. Kadeem Mohammed switches back, but sector 2 is not that good. Can he make up for it in sector 3 now? Kadeem comes across the line, cannot improve here. Where's Tavar Clark now? Tavar not improving as well. Peter Arundel is now about to start one, and he's got the Barbadian Chris Brathwaite in front of him. Peter begins a fast one. We'll stay with Peter here as he's on his home circuit. Do be reminded that this series is brought to you by SKNY Media. SKNY Media covers video and photography services out of the Cayman Islands for the entire Caribbean region. They also offer livery services, car livery services for sim racing games such as Assetto Corsa. As you saw there in the beginning of the live stream, that was one of their ads that they also put together for themselves. So that's an insight. Some of the work there that can be done for you. As Peter is getting traffic now in the name of Chris Brathwaite. So SKNY Media, go ahead and look for them on Instagram. It's SKNY_media. And you'll be able to get in contact with them via those means, as Peter Arundel has given up now on that fight. Where's Jaden Harrison? Is about to cross over sector 1. He's doing a personal best here, Jaden Harrison, and by a little bit, 2 I should say. Over 2 tenths, but he's not so good here through sector 2. Very tricky part there, sector 2, especially to avoid dipping the wheels into the runoff, into the curbing, which is quite non-existent here as opposed to Barbados's Bushy Park circuit. Jaden Harrison cannot improve. I wonder if they need fresh threads here now. Chris Brathwaite, after coming across the line in 3rd, has now been relegated to 6th position. Comes across the line. Obviously cannot improve on that lap there, but we'll stick with Chris now, as he's got Nikolai Gibbons ahead of him. Peter Arundel has been showing yellow flags here. This one's Dominic Charles, as they both head back into pit lane. We have under 2 minutes to go. Dominic does head back out on track. Kadeem Mohammed goes back in for some threads, I believe, and he's coming out back now, but with less than 2 minutes to go, he's got an opportunity here, if he can, or if he is has the pace rather. He's got to look, he's got to find 2.5 tenths to Dominic Charles in order to take pole position. He's got less than a minute, 1 lap to do so. Well, he can make it around in less than 50 seconds, so he's got about 2 laps in hand if he can play his cards right here, Kadeem Mohammed. Meanwhile, look down the line to see who else is crossing over here. Oh, he's matching the fastest time through Sector 1, and he's really pushing his car here, Kadeem Mohammed. Sector 2 is not his strong place, and as you can see it being reflected there, goes really deep here now to try and get a better exit out of the penultimate turn, but I'm not sure if it's good enough here. Kadeem Mohammed to take pole position away from Dominic Charles. No, it is not. Where's Tavar Clark? Excuse me. Tavar exits pits lane, but I'm not sure. Nope, he's not on a fast one. Peter Arundel also not on a fast one. Jaden Harrison trying here now. Is going to go into pit lane. Chris Brathwaite already in pit lane. Nikolai Gibbons as well. DeVille Park as well. Mark Anthony Eaton. Not a lot here from the youngster in this qualifying session, as he's in 9th at the moment. But he is faster through sector. Is the fastest rather through sector 2. But he's already been shown a checkered flag as Kadeem Mohammed takes that pole position away from Dominic Charles by 0.07 of a second. Where did that come from? He definitely did get the last lap under him. To come around once again there, Kadeem Mohammed, and now have the better opportunity into turn 1. Well done to him. Tavar Clark, still seeing that he's going here, Tavar. But nope, it will not register as he left pit lane after the drop of the flag. Cale, Vane and Roper, I suspect the same thing. So that's it for qualifying session. And we get ready now. We have 2 15-lap races ahead of us. The second one will be a reverse grid. Let me just continue what I was saying there. The race is being sponsored by SKNY. As a matter of fact, they are the title sponsors for the entire series. And as you know, or if you didn't know, we have 5 phases of this series, one every other month beginning from February. So we're now in April and we're getting this phase number 2 out of the way. We're now at round number 3, Wallerfield Raceway, and next weekend we head to South Dakota Circuit there in Guyana to wrap up phase number 2 of the SKNY Media's Caribbean Sim Racing Championship, the pinnacle of sim racing championships within the Caribbean. Not forgetting that this series is also brought to you by JTech Motorsport Solutions. JTech Motorsport Solutions is the authorized distributor of Vibrant Performance parts, such as hose and clamps.
Start or standing start? And mandatory pits.
No mandatory. Stand and start. And yes, JTech, authorized supplier of Vibrant Performance hoses and clamps for your motor racing machines, as well as Fuel Tech ECUs there being supplied by them. Fuel Tech ECUs also comes with some really beautiful monitors to help feed you vital information of your rocket, of your motor racing rocket. And they've got some other brands that they recently added, such as Fuel Lab, and I believe, I'm not sure what the other one was. It's recently, actually this week, they recently announced a new supplier there, a new. Oh, we got race, we got grow. Oh, we got a slow one starting off there at the back, but they get going now. Look at the into turn one. What will it be? Kadeem Mohammed here now with the whole shot. Peter Arundel falling back a bit. Dominic Charles though on the inside. How did Kadeem mess that up? We've got some guys getting tussled there back behind the field. You see Mark Anthony, Ethan Ryan Hunt. They get going again though. Kadeem Mohammed though messing that one up into turn one. It runs it really deep, and now Dominic Charles is back in the lead of this race here, but he's got to stick with him as now Peter Arundel is making a move. Oh no, it's Chris Brathwaite, almost sees the grass. He gets going again though. Peter Arundel is going to get swamped here now because he got a very bad stop here, but Kadeem Mohammed. Oh, I thought I saw Kadeem Mohammed there. Peter Arundel late on the break on the inside is jostling Jaden Harrison as Jaden is tagged from the back by Cale Vaden Roper. And now Jaden comes back at Cale. Cale survives though. And now Jaden with a whole bunch of cars behind him in the name of DeVille Park, Chris Brathwaite, Nikolai Gibbons, and Michael Charles now. I'm going to look at DeVille Park here. Michael Charles and Nikolai Gibbons fighting here to get out of this P10 situation that they're in. Dominic Charles already opening the gap ahead. Michael having a look on the inside of his countryman. Cannot get the move done here now. Let's look back ahead. Tavar Clark holds on to third position now, and he's beginning to open a gap here to Cale Vaden Roper. Cale's got Peter Arundel now breathing down his neck. And we see some more tussling there behind them, but Peter very close here. Chris Brathwaite as well. Very close. Can Peter pull out here on Cale? He's very heavy on the brake and he touches Cale. Cale will slide it in through turn one and lose a position there to Jaden Harrison. And Peter Arundel's going to try come back here, but now he's got a whole bunch of cars to worry about behind him. Out braking himself into turn one. We look back and we see more guys with trouble here. Michael Charles on the inside of Chris Brathwaite cannot get that car under control. Chris having to avoid contact. He does get tagged here now, Chris. On the inside and up into P9. But can he hold on to it? Michael now trying to rebound here out of the penultimate turn. Beginning to spread out here. But we got Peter Arundel and DeVille Park fighting ahead as well. Nikolai Gibbons trying to stick with them right behind. Ooh, Peter cuts the track there and he's going to be given a cut track warning. And now he's having to look on the inside, but it's not good in the brake here. Peter now, I think he's stuck and he's not going to be able to get out of that wall. Oh, he is! Lucky guy. And just remember, it is a reverse grid, but DeVille Park is the one who's stuck now, and he's going to have to teleport back into pit lane. He does so, and he's not happy about that. Looking back through the field, Chris Brathwaite as well as Michael Charles rather is pretty close here. Less than 8/10 away from Chris Brathwaite. Nothing seems to be formulating here, or is it? Because it's now down to about, I just saw it down there to 7/10, but that's just under braking. He's being able to make up that time. And Jaden Harrison is calling out for DeVille Park on blue flags. DeVille is on the inside there. Does let his countryman go by. So yeah, just remember, there's a reverse grid, so even if you bring dead last, you're starting the race in first the next time around. And so far, DeVille Park has got on the podium from doing just that. So maybe he's trying to play his cards the exact same way here. Once again, DeVille Park. As Chris Brathwaite now closes the gap to Nikolai Gibbons. And you see Nikolai using a lot of those curbs there. It is gaining him some time, I do believe. As they're all spread out now, Chris Brathwaite trying to get in there nice and tight as Nikolai runs it really wide. But Nikolai did that so he can get on the front foot a little bit faster. And he is opening the gap back to half a second now. From about 3/10 or so, coming out of the penultimate turn. Here we are again, Chris Brathwaite heavy on the brakes now and pressuring the Trinidadian here into making a mistake. Here you see him clipping it really close, Nikolai Gibbons. Here you see Chris Brathwaite just stepping out a bit out of line there to try and get a really good inside line of that turn, and he's heavy on the brakes here now. Can he get it done, Chris? He's playing this really good. You can see his mind operate here in this Honda Civic. It's magnificent to watch. Just a little bit more, he's hoping. Just a little bit more! And Nikolai does run it wide now. So the pressure is on for the Trinidadian. Here he is clipping the curb once again, Nikolai, but Chris is sticking really close to him. Slick is saying the car volume is low. Someone told me earlier the car volume was high. We just took it down one notch, so which really is it? I don't know. I cannot re-listen. I can't listen back to the stream, or else it's gonna be an echo. I don't know why I'm echoing now. Just check to make sure you don't have me running twice there on the stream. Nothing has changed. No settings has changed here on my end. As Chris now is keeping it really close. And he's on the inside. It's a late lunge here from Chris Brathwaite. And Nikolai just left the door a little bit open. And now Chris seemingly has it on the run down to turn 1, does he? Cannot see him there to the right hand side of your screen. But he should be able to get it done here now, Chris. Yes, but can Nikolai retake that position? It's going to be different now, running from the perspective behind Ryan Hunt behind them in 10th position is also fighting Javon Parry now. And we look at it. Oh, they side by side. It's a three-way fight now. 4 points here. They just touched. Javon Parry goes into the tires, and he's going to have to be careful not to be left out there. As we saw what happened earlier. He does get going again, Javon Parry. Mark and Peter Arundel goes up into the points now from 11th. And he's going to go for 9th as Ryan Hunt runs it really deep into turn 1. So here we are. 2 laps left in this race. Rather 1 lap, I should say. No, 2 laps left in this race. And Ryan Hunt here just had an opportunity, just was actually lost a position there. And so far it's Dominic Charles with a commanding lead of around 4 seconds to Kadeem Mohammed at his home circuit. Comes across the line to begin the final lap of race number 1 here at Wallerfield Raceway. Kadeem Mohammed just holding on to the 2nd position. Tavar Clark, all of them in no man's land. Actually, Jaden Harrison is closing the gap just a bit there to Tavar Clark. Cale Vaden Roper has gotten out of the mess here and held on to 5th position. Chris Brathwaite has been able to get away from Nikolai Gibbons now. Nikolai still trying here to close the gap. Then we've got Michael Charles some ways away behind all of this. And you saw DeVille Park there ahead of them, as that's the end of the race. Dominic Charles will claim race number 1 here. Kadeem Mohammed, race, it's going to be 2nd position for him. Tavar Clark is going to be 3rd. Jaden Harrison 4th. Cale Vaden Roper 5th. Chris Brathwaite 6th. Nikolai Gibbons 7th. Michael Charles 8th. And Peter Arundel is going to come across in 9th rather. And Ryan Hunt is going to claim the final point here in race number 1 for 10th position. And now we await the start of race number 2. Now let me get that information up for you as well as we go to an ad break. All right, here we go now. Ready for race number 2. The guys are all on the grid. Let's try to get a little bit closer here for the start. And you can see, we can see now that the positions have been reversed here for race number 2. And we're about to get going as the LEDs are now on that screen. We will see 6 of them light up, and then we go racing here. In race number 2, 6 lights are on and they're off. Seems like everyone's got a good start so far. Oh no! Someone's been taken out there. I'm not sure as yet who it was. They do get going again though. Still green flags all around. Javon Parry we're taking a look at here. Ryan Hunt gets up into P2. Oh no, Tavar Clark has been tagged there. And he's lost some positions now. But we're looking to see. It's Chris Brathwaite that's going to get tagged by Javon Parry. Jaden Harrison as well. But they do get going again here now. And DeVille Park is fighting with Ryan Hunt to get that first position. Meanwhile, it's a drag race down to T1 rather. And he's going to go heavy on the brakes and outbrake himself here. Ryan Hunt, DeVille Park gets up on the inside and takes that position back. Back in the lead of this race. Kimani Eastman now in 3rd position. Cale Vaden-Roper in 4th, but he's coming under pressure from Peter Arundel. Kadeem Muhammad is in 6th position, and he's got Dominic Charles behind him. Let's take a look at that fight though. The 2 fastest men at Wallerfield currently. As you can see him already taking the fastest lap of the race there, 43.439 from Dominic Charles, and he's good on the brakes here into turn 1. Kadeem Muhammad doesn't seem as though he wants to put up a fight here, but he knows that it's going to switch back. Oh, he's got traffic ahead of him now, and Kimani Eastman and Cale Vaden-Roper, he's been tagged, and he's having a look now at a bunch of cars ahead of him with Dominic Charles getting a handle here ahead of him. Tavar Clark on the inside. What a move into P3. Can he hold on to it though? No, he cannot. It was bound to happen. That many cars through one corner could not be done. And while he saw P3, he could not hold on to it there. Nikolai Gibbons now on the inside of Cale Vaden-Roper. Job done. Job done. He's now up into 5th there, Nikolai Gibbons. Meanwhile, all of this is going on. The top 2 has been able to get away by some 5.5 seconds now to P3. Looking back, we've got Mikel Charles now fighting Kadeem Muhammad. As Dominic Charles was involved in that huge pileup moments ago. And Mikel is keeping Kadeem honest here, and probably on the hot plate until his teammate, well, countryman that is, Dominic Charles can get up here. Oh, you can see, Kadeem cutting the track right there, has been given his first warning. Dominic Charles is 2nd, and Cale Vaden-Roper has his 2nd as well. Oh, it's a move there from Dominic Charles against Nikolai Gibbons now. Oh, you can see Kadeem trying to break the slipstream here now from Mikel Charles, as Mikel was pressuring the Barbadian into that 3rd position. And Tavar Clark. Watch yourself, Tavar, over the comms, thank you. As now Nikolai did try there on the run up into turn 1 for the position, to defend the position rather. But unfortunately, he cannot hold on to that 5th position. Meanwhile, Michael Charles really is pressuring Kadeem Mohammed in this position. As you can see, way ahead now, Ryan Hunt and DeVille Park are holding on to 1 and 2, 2 and 1. Kadeem Mohammed still has P3. Meanwhile, Tavar Clark are claiming those positions he lost. He's having a fight with his countryman Mark Anthony Eaton. And you can see about 3 of them heading into turn 1 there. Oh, he just tagged Javon Parry there. Mark Anthony Eaton. Tavar is already out of there. And Parry and Mark here having a fight. Peter and Chris here having a fight as well. Chris goes ahead. Kadeem Mohammed seems as though he's holding on to that 3rd position, has been able to increase the lead as well. Peter Arundel on the inside. No, cannot get it done here. Thanks a lot, Soka Zesser Gaming, for the sub. Be sure to like as well. Let's get that YouTube algorithm going. Dominic Charles now is saying, hey, let me get that position. I know what to do to get Kadeem. Dominic up into 4th now. Nothing but red here from 3rd to 5th. Sorry, that's from 4th to 6th. And DeVille Park has been able to open the gap here to a little bit over a second now to Ryan Hunt. This is what I was talking about earlier. It got him on the podium last weekend. It can earn him a race win here if he can just hold on. He's even doing 43s here now, DeVille Park. Has completed 9 laps of this race, 6 to go. Oh, crosses that path here, and it's his first time going off track like that. But Ryan Hunt has done it 4 times. Race control there at the top of your screen. DeVille having a grand time and increasing the gap here now to Ryan Hunt. Meanwhile, Kadeem Mohammed has got a little bit of buffer here to Dominic Charles, but Dominic 1.7 seconds away at the start finish line. Let's check that back on at the end of this lap. Changes of position now. Peter Arundel, Chris Brathwaite. No, that was just my timing chart there bugging out. Cale Vaden-Roper versus DeVille Park. Who was that? Chris Brathwaite lost a position there to Cale Vaden-Roper. No, sorry, it was Cale Vaden-Roper who lost the position, and now he's coming back for it against the Barbadian. Tighter line now. He's got to watch for Peter Arundel as well. Peter running up on the outside here, trying to get a good exit out of the penultimate turn. Almost 3 wide there. Cale getting swamped now. Has nowhere to go except for that inside. He doesn't want to go there. But Dominic across the line is 1 second now behind Kadeem Mohammed. That's the pace that the Trinidadian has at his home track. And now Kadeem is seeing more of his countryman in Ryan Hunt. Kadeem is going to hope that Ryan gets out of the way, but it doesn't work like that here. Unless, of course, they've got a mutual understanding of having a team together, of which I have no knowledge of. Barbadians have a great time, a great opportunity rather, of claiming some points here, as even Chris Brathwaite is in 7th to claim some more for Team Barbados. Meanwhile, Dominic Charles has got up under a second now to the Barbadian. Kadeem Mohammed and Ryan Hunt. Ryan does not need to defend this position, to the point where he's going to lose more pace, not only to Kadeem Mohammed, but also to Dominic Charles here. It's a mental game as well. On the inside, Ryan Hunt tries to defend here. He's going to open the door a little bit, but Kadeem Mohammed not seeing an opportunity here. DeVille Park. Race not over, DeVille. Race not over. You can see him swerving there, and he probably thought the race was over. Now it's the final lap here. Ryan Hunt on the inside. He's going to hope he doesn't run it too wide. Kadeem Mohammed goes now on the inside, having a look. He backs out of it. Yes, he does. The Barbadians, if they don't mess up, can head to the podiums here. Onto the podium. And so far, it's DeVille Park with the whole shot. And Dominic Charles is going to try here for a fight to the line. Can I get it done? Kadeem Mohammed is going to try for a fight to the line, but it's DeVille Park who will come across as the winner here for the very first time in race number 2. Ryan Hunt will hold on to 2nd position. Kadeem Mohammed 3rd. Dominic Charles 4th. Michael Charles at the end of turn 1. Thank you. Nikolai Gibbons 6th, Kevin Roper 7th, Tavar Clark does make it back into the points. Unfortunately, Chris Brathwaite lost out from 7th to 9th, and Mark Anthony Eden will bring up the rest of the points here in 10th position. All right. Top tree. Alright guys, just go to PT1 for me please. Alright, well done to you guys. We'll first cover the first event. Coming in 3rd position in the first event was Tavar Clark. Tavar, do we have you?
Yes, I'm here.
Alright Tavar, talk us through that one there, and also the 2nd race where we saw you lost out big time.
Yeah, the first race was really good start because, you know, I know how to try to keep up with Kadeem and Dominic. But, you know, I was trying to same strategy as I did last week, where I tried to same tires at the start, but boy, those tires weren't just holding. And then I started losing grip, so I was just trying to, you know, nurse the car home. I know Jaden was gaining time, but I wasn't worried or troubled by him gaining the time because I know he would pass me. And I still had more pace under my belt if he caught up to me. So I was just driving, you know. But in the 2nd race now, I had a good start, not a bad start. The guys in front of me were having some problems. I was trying to make my way through, but I don't know. These guys just very aggressive, as you know, we all are aggressive. So it's just what it is. It's just racing. I was just trying to make my way up, but you know, I ended up got taken out in the last corner. I trying to make my way back up, but you know, Parry was giving me a hard fight. I'm not sure why he was fighting me that way, but that kind of set me back, and I was just trying to hold my head down and, you know, make my way up. I'm sorry for, you know, going over the comms like that. It was just, thank you.
Most understandable there from Tavar Clark. Thanks a lot there, Tavar.
Yeah, the
Yes.
sun gets down.
All right, thanks a lot there, Tavar Clark. Coming in second position was Kadeem Mohammed. Kadeem, talk us through that one. Well, yeah, let's go to Kadeem on that one. Talk us through that one as well for the third position here in the second race.
Well, the second race was a good fight from the back. I was just watching everybody battling in front of me. Some people getting taken out. I was just fortunate this time to reap the rewards. Unlike the first race, when I bottled it in the first turn. That was real frustrating. But that was because they had changed the tire pressures. So when I tried to brake, the car like refused to stop. So yeah, that was bad on my part.
And the second race, it seems as though you were trying to get ahead of Ryan Hunt there, but he was prepared for you. You guys are not in the same team or have an understanding or anything like that, right?
Nope.
I suspected so. And now we take it to race winner for race number 1, Dominic Charles. Dominic, heavy there incident with about 10 cars in the penultimate turn for second race. But talk us through both your first and second one.
First race was pretty okay. So funny thing, I didn't want to qualify in front because I would have made the same mistake that Kadeem made. So I was like, you know what? I don't mind the second place. At least from now, I could kind of gauge my braking point into turn 1 from everybody else around me. So that worked out really well, actually, because I got to avoid all the madness behind. In the second race, though, my God, that was crazy. I mean, I got hit by if there were 18 cars in the race, I probably got hit by all 18. It was insane. But I'm just glad I made it out and got kind of far up the order. I really wanted to battle with Kadeem, but just didn't have the time to catch him.
Most definitely. And we didn't really get to see, but were you involved in the 10 car pileup in the penultimate turn at I think about lap 8?
Yeah, I got pushed all the way to the outside while that was happening. So that was crazy.
Most definitely. All right, thanks a lot there, Dominic Charles, coming in as race winner for race number 1. We already spoke to Kadeem Mohammed for race number 2, but he came in third. And now we go to Ryan Hunt. Ryan, I think this is your second time on the podium. Is that correct?
I ain't sure.
All right, talk us through that one, man.
My car with a just crashed. I know started back. It crashed hard just now.
Oh, well, a good thing you didn't crash during the race.
It crashed at the end of the race.
Well, your second position is still registered. Don't worry about it.
Okay, once I registered, I could.
All right, talk us through that second race there with the reverse grid. It worked in your favor.
Yes, it worked in my favor because I'm not good at racing, circuit racing. The front wheel drive car is very difficult to drive. I don't even fancy this track. This track is the worst. You hit a wall, you stick up in it. Yeah.
So everything was against you basically, but you still managed the podium.
Yes, I had to fight. I had to defend that. I was trying to catch. I was trying to catch the guy in front
DeVille,
of me. Yeah, DeVille. I couldn't catch him. I was making so much mistakes because I just making so much mistakes. I was trying best to pass him so I could get in front. I was trying to concentrate, but just keep making mistakes all the time. And then I had to worry about somebody behind me, coming up. So I had to defend. I had to make my arms wide.
Most definitely. All right, thanks a lot there, Ryan Hunt, on that one. We know you as a drifter, like you were saying. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know, but he is actually a drifter, and he decided to come on here, try his hand at the circuit racing. And you know what? He might want to stick around, even though he doesn't like majority of things here with that podium position. All right, we take it to the first time winner and Jamaican, DeVille Park. We see a lot of fans there in the live chat for you. Talk us through that one. I mean, you did this one also last week where you stuck it out there, not making any major moves in the first race, but managing to hold on to the second race and a podium position. Now you walk away with the win.
Honestly, I am very speechless because I came into this race with like zero practice. Like the whole week, I did not practice. Um, First race, I actually crashed. I had an incident in the last corner. So I had to go back to pits. So I came last. And second race, I just said, you know what, I'm done playing. So I drove like all out. And yeah, I did not expect this. So the reverse grid really, came into my favor.
Definitely did. And let me just reminisce on some words that Dominic Charles said. He said that in order for you to be as fast, you need to have confidence. And let me tell you what, if there's no confidence in you, that speechlessness is a part of it, showing a sign there. So you keep at it, bro. And congratulations on the first win.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm going to step away now to close off the stream. Thanks a lot for coming out tonight racing with us. Remember, next weekend we go racing at South Dakota Circuit, the FIA layout. Join us then. All right, so I'm going to close off the stream now, but I just want to remind you that this event is brought to you by this entire series of 5 phases. That's 20 races in all. Is brought to you by SKNY Media and JTech Motorsport Solutions. SKNY Media for all of your video and photography needs out of Cayman Islands for the entire region, rather. You can get in contact with them on Instagram at SKNY_media. That's SKNY_media. So go ahead, hook it up with them. Those are the ad that you were seeing there at the start there with the pretty girls and on the beautiful ocean. That was SKNY's work. So if you like that type of work, or you want that type of work, go ahead, get in contact with them. It's SKNY_media on Instagram. They operate out of Cayman Islands, but they're actually from South Africa. They're a South African country, but they have a base there in the Cayman Islands. All right, so thanks a lot there for SKNY Media, the title sponsor of the Caribbean Sim Racing Championship. And then last but not least, JTech Motorsport Solutions came back on board with us after being the title sponsors of our Formula Championship last November, rather. And they come with them and bring a set of well-known brands to the Caribbean here for your motor racing hobby or your car or your sports car. They have Vibrant Performance fuel hoses and clamps, rails, etc. You can get that from Vibrant Performance. You can get that from JTech Motorsport Solutions, as well as Fuel Tech ECUs and displays. You can get that as well. Fuel Lab is one of their recent additions. Fuel Lab fuel pumps, performance fuel pumps, motor racing fuel pumps there from JTech Motorsport Solutions, and Setrab. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. SUSA. Setrab seems to be some radiators and oil radiators, cooling radiators, and oil cooling systems there being introduced within this last week, rather, from JTech Motorsport Solutions. They do have a website where you can go on and purchase these items. You can have them shipped to you anywhere within the Caribbean. It's jtechgy.com. That's jtechgy.com. So go ahead, check out their list of brands and items for your sports car or motor racing machine there. I'm also seeing some other brands, PRI 22, AT Power, AEM, and NGK. So go ahead and look those guys up. If you take a brief moment on their website, see if you need anything from them. They do delivery throughout the entire region, so get in contact with JTech Motorsport Solutions today. All right, guys, round 4, the final round for phase number 2 is next weekend, the 30th of April, and we head down to South Dakota Circuit out there in Guyana, South America. All right, join us then for the other one. If you haven't already subscribed and hit that like button, and if you're sure of some people that might be interested in
what we have going on here. Go ahead and share the video with them as well. Thanks a lot for coming on board here this afternoon. See you in the next one.